Hey everybody, so have you ever been on one of those first dates where you're like, did I wander into an episode of Worst Dates Ever? You know, the kind where you can't wait for it to be over? We've all been there, right? First dates are all about putting your best foot forward, but sometimes that foot accidentally steps on a landmine of awkwardness. And that's what we're talking about today, those little things that can turn a promising first date into a recipe for disaster. So buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the top 10 first date fails you definitely want to avoid. Trust me, you'll be laughing and learning at the same time. Let's do this. 1 X talk, excuse me? Okay, first up, let's talk about exes. We've got to address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the X in the room. Look, I get it. Sometimes your past relationships come up in conversation, and that's okay. But there's a difference between mentioning an ex in passing and launching into a monologue about your last breakup. Remember, this is a first date, not a therapy session. Your date wants to get to know you, not your ex. So, unless they specifically ask, maybe keep the ex talk to a minimum. Trust me, nobody wants to hear about your ex while they're trying to enjoy their sushi. Instead, focus on the present moment and the amazing person sitting across from you. Ask them questions, be curious, and let them know you're interested. Because, let's be honest, wouldn't you rather have a second date with someone who's excited about getting to know you? I know I would. 2. Fashionably late is so outdated. Alright, let's talk about punctuality, people. Being on time shows respect for the other person's time. It's like saying, hey, I value you and the time we're going to spend together. Now, I understand that life happens. Traffic jams, wardrobe malfunctions, you name it. If you're running late, that's okay. Just give your date a heads up. A quick text or call can go a long way. But let's try to avoid making it a habit, okay? Because constantly showing up late can send the message that you don't really care about the other person's time. And that's not the impression you want to make, right? Remember, first impressions matter. And being on time is a simple yet powerful way to show your date that you're taking this seriously. Plus, it's just good manners. So set those alarms, plan your outfits in advance, and arrive on time, ready to have a great time. Your date will thank you for it. 3. Put the phone down, pick up the connection. Okay, this one's a biggie. In this day and age, our phones have become extensions of ourselves. But when you're on a date, put the phone away. Seriously, it's like having a third wheel at the table, and nobody wants that. Imagine this. You're telling your date a hilarious story, and they're glued to their phone, scrolling through social media. Not exactly the most flattering feeling, right? It's like saying, hey, what's happening on Instagram is way more interesting than you. Ouch! When you're on a date, your focus should be on your date and the conversation you're having. Put your phone on silent, tuck it away in your bag, and give your date your undivided attention. Trust me, they'll appreciate it, and you'll be more present and engaged in the moment. Plus, you won't miss any of those cute little moments that make first dates so special. Remember, the goal is to connect with another human being, not your phone. So put those devices away and enjoy the moment. 4. Bragging rights? Not on a first date. We all have things we're proud of, right? Our talents, our amazing shoe collection, but there's a fine line between sharing and bragging. A first date is like a delicate dance. You're trying to get to know each other. Bragging throws the whole dance off balance. It becomes less about connecting. And let's be honest, nobody likes a show-off. Share stories that highlight your passions. Let your personality shine through. True confidence comes from within. Be humble, be genuine, and let your date be impressed by the amazing person you are. 5. Hold your horses, Sherlock. Okay, I get it. You're curious about your date. You want to know everything about them, their hopes, their dreams, their deepest fears. But there's a time and a place for everything, and a first date is not the time to delve into the depths of their childhood trauma. Remember, this is a first date, not a therapy session. Keep the conversation light, fun, and engaging. Ask open-ended questions that allow your date to share as much or as little as they're comfortable with. Instead of asking, So, tell me about your deepest insecurities. Try something like, what are you most passionate about? See the difference? One makes your date feel like they're being interviewed for a job, while the other invites them to share something they're excited about. Remember, building a connection takes time. Don't rush it, don't force it, and definitely don't make your date feel like they're under a microscope. Keep it light, keep it fun, and let the conversation flow naturally. 6. Easy on the cocktails, champ. Okay, let's talk about liquid courage. A little drink to calm the first date jitters? Totally understandable. But there's a fine line between a casual cocktail and turning into a sloppy mess. Remember, you want to be present and engaged on your date, not slurring your words and forgetting their name. Plus, nobody wants to be person at the bar, right? If you choose to drink, do it responsibly. Pace yourself, drink plenty of water, and know your limits. And if you're feeling a little tipsy, switch to water or soda. Remember, a first date is about getting to know someone, not seeing how much alcohol you can consume. Keep it classy, keep it under control, and save the wild nights for when you're more comfortable with each other. 7. Be kind, rewind. Okay, this one should go without saying, but always be kind to the waitstaff. How you treat the people serving you says a lot about your character. Imagine this. Your date is rude, demanding, and dismissive to the waiter. Not exactly a turn-on, right? It shows a lack of respect and empathy, two qualities that are essential in any relationship. On the other hand, being polite, respectful, and appreciative of the waitstaff shows that you're a decent human being. Plus, it creates a more positive and enjoyable atmosphere for everyone. Remember, a little kindness goes a long way. Treat everyone with respect, from the host to the busser, and your date will be impressed by your good manners and kind heart. 8. Controversial topics, table for later. Okay, we all have strong opinions about things, right? Politics, religion, the best way to fold a fitted sheet. But a first date is not the time or place to debate the merits of your favorite political candidate. Remember, the goal of a first date is to see if you have a connection, not to engage in a heated debate that leaves both of you feeling drained and frustrated. Keep the conversation light, fun, and engaging. If a potentially controversial topic does come up, try to navigate it with grace and respect. Acknowledge your date's opinion, even if you don't agree with it, and try to find common ground. Remember, you can have a great date without agreeing on everything. Focus on getting to know each other, sharing your passions, and having a good time. Save the serious debates for later when you know each other better. 9. Judgment Day is canceled. Okay, let's be honest. Nobody likes to be judged, especially on a first date. We all have our quirks, our flaws, and our unique ways of seeing the world, and that's what makes us interesting. So instead of judging your date for their taste in music or their love of reality TV, try to approach the date with an open mind and a sense of curiosity. Ask questions, listen attentively, and try to see the world from their perspective. Remember, you're on a date to get to know someone, not to judge them. Embrace their individuality, celebrate their differences, and let them know that you accept them for who they are. Because at the end of the day, wouldn't you rather be with someone who loves you for your quirks and flaws, rather than someone who's constantly trying to change you? I know I would. 10. Be you because everyone else is taken. Okay, this one's important. The most attractive quality you can bring to a first date is your authentic self. Don't try to be someone you're not, because eventually the real you will shine through. Remember, your date agreed to go out with you because they're interested in getting to know, not some idealized version of yourself that you've created. So relax, be yourself, and let your personality shine through. Share your passions, your sense of humor, and your unique perspective on the world. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable to show your true colors, and to let your date see the real you. Because at the end of the day, wouldn't you rather be loved for who you are, rather than who you pretend to be? I know I would. So go out there, be your amazing self, and have a great time. So there you have it, folks. The top 10 first date fails you definitely want to avoid. Remember, first dates can be nerve-wracking, but they can also be a lot of fun. Just relax, be yourself, and enjoy the moment. Now I want to hear from you. What are your most memorable first date fails? Share your stories in the comments below because we could all use a good laugh. And don't forget to subscribe for more relationship advice, funny stories, and everything in between. Until next time, be kind to each other, stay true to yourselves, and keep on laughing.